Hi everyone. My name is Gautam Bachala. Today I'm walking you through how Best Buy handles the reverse logistics and what kind of data they will collect about the returning products, and also how that information helps actually the manufacturers look like to how to improve their designs and also how to reduce the future returns. So now going on to the slide. So what reverse logistic means? For example, let me start with a quick explanation of the reverse logistics. So, reverse logistics basically covers everything that happens when a product moves backwards in the supply chain. So, it includes returns, repairing, recycling, refurbishing, reselling. So, for example, in the direct flow, you can say that the product goes from the manufacturer to the customer, but in the reverse flow, it goes back from the customer to the store or to the warehouse. So the return process typically involves it can either getting approval for the return or either checking in what condition the item it is in, and also whether if the repairing is needed for that particular item, or also like reselling it, recycling it, or replacing it with a new one. So the textbook actually highlights why this actually matters, like reducing the cost or also improving the customer experience and helping companies with spotting product defects uh, in early at a large scale level. So and also Best Buy actually takes this very seriously uh, because this actually is a so there's a large part of the returns happens in the electronic business, right? So as you already know. And going on to the next slide. So how Best Buy actually handles the returns. So for example, so returning either start in store or either through online, right? So if it's online, the customer actually gets a shipping label and sends the product to the wherever the original hub or warehouse is. Every item gets verified either through a serial number and or something else. And this step is very important because in order to avoid fraud and also making sure the item is under warranty and making sure the item is legitimate. It's not a fake item. Sometimes people actually change the items, like change the quality of the item, and they make business out of it. So in order to avoid all those things, and also for example, like missing chargers, cables, or remotes reduce resale value. So Best Buy actually checks this during their intake. And once the item reaches so first of all, we'll check for the mail-in returns, whether they are shipped from original hubs to large reverse logistics centers. And one of the biggest ones for the Best Buy is in California, which is like True Zero Waste Verified. I don't know, like the reference which I got says that. And once the item reaches the facility, they will be sorted on the same day, and which helps like fast sorting, like distributed management of the items, saves the storage cost and keeps the return in motion. Which is one of the key strategies that they have implemented in the reverse logistics guide. And the idea is very simple. So the faster the move and the more value they can recover, right? So, and now going on to the next slide. So, what data Best Buy actually collects about the returns? To understand why the products come back, and Best Buy tracks a lot of detailed information at several levels. So, they collect transactional data, for example, like the metadata, which contains the order ID, store location, purchase date, return date, blah blah blah. And product details are captured. For example, like SKU, stock keeping unit, model number, serial number, category, and also the warranty status. So this will helps us identify which specific batches or versions they have problems with, and the return regions are recorded very carefully. The particular engineer, they will evaluate if it is a proper return, or if they're just it's a fraud return or something. If it's a genuine concern, then they'll make sure that it's going, and everything happens at a very fast level. And they also, so Best Buy also tracks like physical condition data, and like So it also includes like scratches, missing pieces, or whether the product passed or failed during the functional testing. And also, we they also take a record of the photos in order to avoid the audit and fraudulent transactions or fraudulent prevention. So, and finally, timestamps help us like exactly at each step what's happening at each step and tracking and all. So these time-based metrics actually help improve the KPIs and the organization to just improve their to just measure their efficiency or improve their efficiency. And going on to the next slide, what Best Buy does with the return products. So after collecting all the data and sorting the items, Best Buy actually uh, classifies the item based on the grading system. So, for example, grade A items, they are basically like new, they have no damage and all accessories included. These are resold as open box items at a discounted price. And coming to the grade B items, they have minor issues. They can also be repaired. So they have a geek squad which handles most of the repairs, like the internal manufacturing team, the tech geeks, and also the for the grade C items, they are like salvaged items. They are taken apart or they are broken. Either batteries or internal boards are they are saved for refurbishing or recycling. And grade A items, they are like completely scrap. They are not. They either go to directly to the recycling program or either they actually are one of the largest consumer electronics. So for example, certain brands like Apple, Samsung, Motorola, and LG, and so on, they actually directly go to the manufacturers for repairing, and everything of this is designed to recover as much as possible by reducing the waste. Now, going on to the next slide, how Best Buy shares return data with manufacturers. So, now here's the part that ties like everything together. Like what Best Buy does with the information they collect. Manufacturers receive monthly performance dashboards from the Best Buy. These show like the return dates, defect categories, and the financial impact of the each SKU, which is nothing but stock keeping unit. They also get return heat maps that highlight which regions have like higher defect rates or like shipping damage. These patterns often reveal the environmental factors or like the transportation problems. So Best Buy also uses like predictive analytics to alert like suppliers when a specific model suddenly gets a spike in the returns. They have an early warning that helps the manufacturers catch design flaws before they become like widespread. And Best Buy also provides sustainable reports like documenting how items were recycled or processed, helping manufacturers like stay compliant with the regional environmental regulations. So these feedback loop helps them like and also makes them the better like one of the most valuable outcomes of the reverse logistics. It directly reduces future returns and helps companies better like build the better products. And coming to the conclusion, like Best Buy reverse logistics system shows that returns don't have to be like a cost center. With the right process, companies can reduce waste, like recover value and improve customer satisfaction. But Best Buy's approach, like fast sorting, detailed data tracking, grading systems, and strong communication with manufacturers, creates a cycle of continuous improvement. So reverse logistics helps customers, help manufacturers, and helps the environment. That is why it has become like core part of the modern supply chain strategy. Uh, and thank you to Professor Alborodi for taking this class and for helping us with this assignment. That's all for this, and these are the references which you can go through. Thank you. Bye bye.